Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, bringing you the next section in this Star Wars Force Unleashed 2 Unleashed difficulty video walkthrough. And this is the third section of Cato and Neimoidia, and you're going to notice straight away on this part that there's a lot more enemies that they're throwing at you because they're getting a little desperate now to try and kill Starkiller. So the best thing to do, as per usual, is use your force powers. That's what they're there. They recharge and spam them basically. And if you've got the lightning upgraded at all, it's going to just absolutely dig people. And if that fella turns up, throw him off the level. See ya, pal. And then just make sure everything's clear before you move up, and then take down that force field. And it's just going to be repeat ad nauseum, unfortunately, because it's ATST, bunch of enemies, ATST, bunch of enemies, war droid, bunch of enemies, and the strategies don't really change. Because look, you turn around here, war droid, grab his shield, throw it back at him, then throw your lightsabers, electrocute him, chuck back whatever he throws at you, electrocute him, and there you go. There's just no challenge to be seen. The only time this game even gets remotely challenging is when it throws a ton of enemies at you. And you might be thinking, oh, it's not challenging because you guys fully upgraded. And it's like, yeah, I know, I fucking know all too well, but even if I weren't upgraded, this shit wouldn't be hard. The only problem is the fact that they strip your life so quickly with the blaster fire. That's it. But keep electrocuting the jetpack, guys, keep dashing around, making yourself as small a target as possible, and just nail dudes. Because it's just such a disappointing game. Could have been so much more. Whoa! Fucked that one up. But that's the only problem. If you ever try and do one of these animations to lower a door, if there's a guy looking at you, there's no what you can do. If they hit you, it will effectively just cancel out the animation completely. But electrocute, watch the snipers. The snipers are the only real threat here. As long as you can get rid of all the grunts, all the dudes running at you, you can then focus on using your speed to get up to snipers and take them out. Oh, boing whip. There he goes. Just push him off the balcony. And another ATST. So electrocute, fire his missiles back at him. Dude don't stand a chance, does he? And it's just how it goes. Take him out. So because the strategies on these games are pretty simple, I'm probably going to be talking about other things that crop into my mind, purely because it isn't that difficult. I believe most gamers are going to be able to do this. So it's, I don't know, do you like watching Star Wars Force Unleashed? Maybe you like watching it in high definition. I don't know. A little trick here coming up is if you stand next to that little thing, you can open this without being hit by the snipers. So watch what I do. Stand near that, and it will block them, because you can open it from here. That's how you exploit a game. But here's an interesting topic for you guys. There's an advert that's been showing on English television, and I assume it'll be in all of Europe. I'm not too sure about the States. I don't know what your channels are like. But it's basically about this certain type of fish. It's a very small fish, and it can regenerate its heart cells. And it's on about the British Heart Foundation, so it's probably not over in America yet, advertising. And this fish is the only animal on the planet, and the fucker's tiny, that can actively regenerate its own heart. So scientists and, you know, all those kind of people that do research in that kind of stuff and get grants from colleges, you know, to fuck about with these kind of animals, are looking into using it to cure heart disease, heart failure, and even, you know, facilitating heart replacements, things like that. And it's a really, really interesting and awesome concept. The only problem is, it's advertised to you by a CG fucking fish, and the fish is so condescending, it's unbelievable. And it's kind of this juxtaposition where there's a woman on the advert, and she's on about like, human hearts fail because we're biologically fucked, kind of thing. And she's telling you all about, like, you know, the fail rate of the human body, and how if we could harvest this awesome ability that this tiny fish has, this completely insignificant creature, we could live longer, we could, you know, benefit as a race. She doesn't quite say it in those terms. She says it in a highly scripted, like, if we could donate £1 every week, you may be able to help heal heart disease. And she goes on a bit like that, and it's this really sullen point, this really poignant, you know, speech that she says, and then it's juxtaposed with this little fish that's like, alright mate, I'm a little fish and I could cure heart disease, and it just it seems like they've missed the tempo, in my opinion. They've kind of gone the wrong way with it, because this is a very valid, you know, scientific breakthrough if they could make anything of it, and they've kind of aimed it at fucking 2-year-olds. And I just find it patronising. I don't know about your guys, but I just thought it was kind of interesting, because it's cool to see how things are advertised to us these days, because with such, you know, the viewership and the demographics that these advertisements have to aim for is imperative that they get their sales. Because if they're advertising, you know, the slim phones, the super phones that have the 20G connections and all this kind of bullshit, they're not going to be advertising that with a bunch of old people in an old folks home basically saying how they like chess and watching reruns of, you know, Tenka. They're not going to get sales that way. They've got to be like, it's trendy, it's hip and cool, you can grow facial hair with this item. It's got to be like that. It's got to be advertised by sexy, good-looking people that have been photoshopped to shit so the faces look flawless. And it's just how the industry of marketing works. But I thought that the fish one was really interesting, so I thought I'd put that forward. Because I mean, if we can harness anything like that, it'll be like the breakthrough with stem cells, only less controversial because it's an animal. The only people that we're going to piss off then is Peter, but you know, Peter can go fuck themselves. All the medicines that we use to heal and we use to keep people alive, every single prescription you've ever taken has been tested on a fucking animal, so get over yourself, you activist wankers. But on this moment right now, there is a ton of enemies, and the best thing you can do is get behind these little ballards, these little metal barricades basically, and use them to put any space in between you. And you'll notice just then, the snipers, the laser sight when it's on you, it will actually swell to a larger beam to show you when they're about to fire. And you can kill those through that piece of metal if you use the XXY moves, because the Y finisher has a massive radius, and then just make sure you focus on the war droid and get rid of him as quickly as you can. And this bit's pretty boring because it's literally kill a ton of dudes, lower a force field, kill a ton of dudes, lower a force field, and then an eventual boss fight. But use your cover, try not to get hit by the stormtroopers and the cheesy guns that they're constantly shooting, and just do your thing. Just keep moving forward. And I mean, Force Lightning, when you upgrade Force Lightning, it's ridiculous. It just hits so many enemies and there's nothing they can do because it stuns them. Also the Force, I don't know, the crazy push, you know, both the analog move, which is glowing in the left corner. If you get to a fight that you're struggling with and for whatever reasons you just can't seem to do, feel free to use it. There is no section in this game where I would say that that is a necessity to have. It's just not a challenging enough game. And it recovers so quickly. There's even lightsaber crystals that help it build faster, I think. So it's one of those abilities where if you're not using it, really consider changing that and using it, because it dicks everything and it makes difficult fights, even though this game doesn't have many, really, really easy. And I kind of live with the mentality, and I play with the mentality that I save it until I struggle. And in my case on this game, I never really struggled, so I didn't use it, and it became an underused tool. And it's so overpowered, I would definitely implore you guys to use it wantonly, basically, because it recharges very quickly, and there's no area where I would definitely say save it. Because this game just doesn't have that level of challenge. And once you've done this a third time and you've killed the enemies, you're going to be fighting another one of the airships. And it's, I suppose it's a little bit of a more diverse boss fight, but it's bullshit if you ask me, because the reflecting the missiles is fucking stupid. So run out, trigger it, and then come behind this barricade. What it will do, it will strafe and shoot its machine gun at you, and you can't block that machine gun fire. It does a ton of damage, so just stand behind here. Right now, I don't think you can even attack the plane. So just wait for it to stop firing. As soon as it stops firing, run out to where you were and throw your lightsabers at it. Your lightsabers immobilizes the gun, and then it starts firing missiles at you. So just use your force grip to push them back and try and block those barrages, but for some reason you always seem to get hit with the splash damage, and I don't know a good strategy of doing that. So this is a little messy, so I actually start evading the missiles because I just can't seem to make them work. So whenever the single one comes towards you, push it back. Whenever you see 4, just run away. And then as soon as the prompt on the screen comes up, do it, because it'll go into this lovely animation of destroying one of its wings. And all you have to do now is evade its attack again, destroy its machine gun again, fire more missiles, and take out its other engine. Once you've done that, this boss fight is over. Just be careful though, because when it goes down to one engine, it becomes an utter douchebag with missiles. It fires groups all the time, and it rarely fires the single missile, which you're going to see. So there's a single missile there, and there you go, 4 missiles. 4 missiles again, so just evade, and you see splash damage on them missiles is bullshit. That shouldn't have hit me. Single missile, make sure you use it, get away from the 4 missiles. 4 missiles again, and I managed to bounce that one back. So if you're willing to risk it and your life is high enough, bounce it back. But on Unleashed difficulty, you do take a lot of damage, so I would definitely try and just play this intelligently, evade the bullshit ones, and as soon as that prompt comes, you've beaten this mini-boss. So I'll see you guys in the next section of this Cato Neimoidia level. Thanks for watching my videos, thanks for staying tuned to my channel. The next guide that's going to be coming is going to probably be Bulletstorm on very hard difficulty, so I look forward to that. And you guys take care now.